myth or fact. Today we're going to talk about why men are twice as lonely, or twice. Um, what we're going to talk about today: why men are twice as lonely as women. Why there are two times more single men than there are women. We're going to talk about this, and we're going to talk about different points that are brought up as to why this may be the case. And I'm going to try to do my best to say whether I think it's a fact or a myth. So, men are twice as lonely as women today because women date older men. This, I think, is a fact. Okay? The study that they do is men and women ages of 20 to 30, I think. And then they do, I think, twice the men as opposed to the women in that age range are single. Okay, so twice the men are lonely than the women. So this is one thing that women date older men. So there's women in their 20s, early 30s even, dating older guys, like guys in their 40s, their 50s. Because if you go to the statistic on men and women that are single by the age of 40 and 50, it's, I wouldn't say the opposite, but it is in favor of the men. Men are in more relationships at those ages than women are. Why? Because men age like wine and women age like milk. Sadly, that's not. Neither is bad, neither is good. That's just the way things are. Usually, if you're a woman and you get older, your value doesn't go up that much. As a man, your value does. And it's on the flip side. Women have more value when they're younger, as to where men don't have as much value when they're younger. So that could be one. That's one reason. I think that's true. Another factor myth that can be attributed to this, a lot of people say, is that you know how the Drake song goes, girls want from me. I think this is false. It is true that maybe because the times it's 2023, people are coming out more, and that girls want girls nowadays, and whatever. Okay, I think that's partially true, but I also think that men want men. There's more gay men out there, and I think, correct me if I'm wrong. Please let me know if I'm wrong, because I could be. But I think that there's actually more gay men than there are lesbian women. Again, I could be wrong. I think that is true. Please let me know down below if that's wrong, and then I will obviously change my mind accordingly. But as for now, I think there are more gay men, so that wouldn't make the statistic make any sense. So I think this is false. I think it's a myth. Another point is women date, or multiple women date one dude. That one dude is dating multiple women. I think this is true. Whether they know it or they don't, there's some guys who are open about it, not many, but there are guys who are open about it. They're seeing multiple women. And then there's guys who are not open about it, who go around sleeping with other women, have multiple girlfriends, and that is the thing. That actually happens. And so what this does is, out of a group of 20 men and 21, let's just say, the one guy, the top dog in the 20 men, has all the women to himself. Let's say he has 15 of them, right? He has a lot of them. And then the other 5 women pair up with 5 other dudes, right? So out of the 20 guys, 6 of them have partners. The 5 that have a partner, and then the one who has 15. And then in the women, all 20 of them have partners, right? Because 15 of them are shared by one man, or are sharing at one man. Either way, I don't care. And then the other 5 have a partner, right? Are monogamous. So that makes it 15 lonely men. And this does happen. It is. I'm not going to say that actually, but let's just. I think this is true. A lot of top guys, whether it's right or wrong, do like to have a lot of women. And that's why there's that disparity, that there's twice as many lonely men. Because all the top guys have all the women. Okay, so I think that's true. Another thing people point out is men have given up due to high standards and done by social media. I think this is false, or that this is a myth. Actually, let me better phrase this argument. women are more selective, and social media hasn't helped that. Okay? This has been since the dawn of time. Women are more selective. Okay? They're more concerned about the quality of the man they choose, right? They're more picky, you could say. And it's not a bad thing. They set higher standards, right? So that's almost a good thing, right? But whether it's good or bad doesn't matter. They set higher standards, so they're more selective. And social media hasn't helped that because now they have access to more men, and they're going to be even more selective. So out of all these thousands of men online, they're going to choose only maybe five. You know, or as and then back as and so the flip side of that is back in the olden days when there was social media, she only had to deal with the top 20 guys in her town, and she would choose one, as opposed to now where she has multiple options. But she's still going to be selective. She's still going to only select the top few. That's why when you ask a woman, what do you look for in a man, they say 6 foot, uh, muscular, makes money. You know, they're explaining these qualities because they search and they truly want a high value man. They want a good quality man. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know, whether you think that's right or wrong, it doesn't matter. That's the way it is. So play the game by the rules, right? Don't complain about it. So I think that's a better way to frame it. Not that men have given up, which I do think they have. A lot of guys are weak out there and just have given up. But they shouldn't, right? Because women have been this way since the dawn of time. They've always been more selective. They've always searched for the quality in a man as opposed to quantity. So, you know, that's the way the game is, and you have to adjust your playbook accordingly. Again, I hope you enjoyed this video. It's been your boy Hercules. Peace.